गौरव रेकॉर्डिंग क्लाउड मध्ये केलेलं बरं असेल ना?
हो हो, क्लाउड मध्येच कर, पण नुसतं आत्ता चालू नको करूस. जस्ट प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट व्हायच्या 258 259 ला स्टार्ट करू. सो जस्ट पॉज द रेकॉर्डिंग
ओके
राईट
ओके
नाउ. Pause it. Have come. Good afternoon to all the participants who have come for today's session. Before we begin, just a humble request that I'm making on behalf of all the organizers and faculty and non-teaching staff of the college, that due to some technical error which is there on the Zoom platform, many of you are being renamed as Sandeep Kulkarnis. So a kind request to you to please go into the participants option which is there. After clicking the participants option, the first name that appears in the list is your name, which will be marked in bracket by the word me, M-E. And if you click on that, there is an option to rename. And if you could just rename yourselves from Sandeep Kulkarni to your proper given name, it would be good for documentation and administrative purposes. On behalf of KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce Autonomous and the management of Somaiya Vidya Vihar, I, Gaurav Gadgil, extend a warm and hearty welcome to all the FYBA students who have gathered over here today for this 1 week induction program mandated as per the rules by the University Grants Commission. Now, this induction program that has been organized to inform the students about the educational institution that they are entering into, the course, the curriculum, and also to give them an idea about the various facets into which the college participates, which are both academic, co-curricular, and extracurricular. As is the tradition with Somaiya Vidya Vihar, we shall be beginning each and every session which is there with the campus prayer. So I request everyone to please rise for the campus prayer.
पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथा मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती हीनामविद्यवतु। ॐ चोदयित्री सूनृतानां चेतन्ती सुमतीनां यज्ञं ददे सरस्वती। ॐ असतो मा सत्समय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। सर्वेऽत्र सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Now, with the campus prayer, there's another tradition which has been long there associated with the Somaiya Vidya Vihar campus. Right since the founder of Somaiya Vidya Vihar, Karamshi Bhai Somaiya ji, later his son, Shantilal Somaiya sir, and right now, Samir Somaiya sir, all of them have been supportive of the language Sanskrit and have ensured that it is our tradition, it is our culture, and one of the ancient most languages of the world that is in the form of Sanskrit, which is not only protected for its rich cultural legacy, but also promoted. We have with us Dr. Prasad Bhide sir from the Sanskrit department. I'll request him to start with the invocation in the traditions of Somaiya Vidya Vihar. Over to you, Prasad sir. Yes, sir. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Namaste, Gaurav sir. Namaste. Namo namaha.
Namaste.
Sarvebhyah chhatrebhyah namo namaha. Swagatam. Sarvesham swagatam. Atra Somaiya Vidya Vihare Sarvesham swagatam Sanskrita bhashaya bhavati. Yatha Gaurav sir vadati, Gaurav Mahodaya vadati, Somaiya Mahavidyalaya वैशिष्ट्यम एव अस्ति यत् अत्र संस्कृत भाषया संभाषणं कर्तुं प्रोत्साहनं दीयते, प्रमोशन प्रोत्साहनं दीयते। अस्मिन् महाविद्यालये न केवलं मुम्बईतः परं महाराष्ट्रात् तथा च अन्येभ्यः राज्येभ्यः अपि छात्राः आगच्छन्ति। अस्माकं सर्वेषां मातृभाषा तु भिन्ना। कोऽपि मराठी भाषया वदति, कोऽपि हिंदी भाषया वदति, केचन जनाः गुजराती भाषया वदति। एताः सर्वाः भारतीय भाषाः एव। बहूनां भारतीय भाषाणां जननी या भाषा सा नाम संस्कृत भाषा। यथा गृहे जनन्याः जननीं प्रति आदरः दीयते तथैव एषा संस्कृत भाषा अस्माकं मातृभाषाणां जननी, अतः तां प्रति एव आदरः प्रदातव्यः एव। भाषाणाम् आदरः कथं क्रियते? भाषाणाम् आदरः क्रियते भाषाणाम् उपयोजनेन। भाषाणाम् उपयोजनं नाम तया भाषया सम्भाषणम्। अतः अत्र विद्याविहारे वयं संस्कृत भाषया किंचिदेव संभाषणं कुर्मः। तस्य प्रारम्भः अद्य इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम मध्ये प्रथमे सत्रे एव जातः। साम्प्रतं तु सर्वे छात्राः केवलं शृण्वन्ति, परम् अनन्तरं वयं सर्वे संस्कृतेन वदामः अपि इति उक्त्वा विरमामि। धन्यवादः गौरव महोदय।
बहुत ही खूबसूरत प्रसाद भिड़े सर। इनफैक्ट जब प्रसाद भिड़े सर संस्कृत में बात करते हैं तो जिस व्यक्ति को संस्कृत भाषा का बहुत ज्ञान ना हो उनको भी संस्कृत भाषा के प्रति प्रेम निर्माण होने लगेगा और वो जो कहने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं वो समझने लगेगा। इस प्रकार से उनका वदन होता है हमेशा संस्कृत भाषा का। सो आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू यू फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग द इन्वोकेशन फॉर टुडेज इनॉग्रल सेशन ऑफ द इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम। Now, after the invocation, the most important part in today's inaugural program, an opportunity for the students to learn and get to hear from the leader of the institution, Dr. Veena Sanekar Madam. Veena Sanekar Madam has been the principal of our college, and it is under her remarkable leadership, her guidance, that it is not only the faculty, but also the students who have prospered throughout the last 2.5 years that we have been around. Veena ma'am is also a great philosopher in times of difficulties and a guiding light to all the people who come in contact with her. As the head of the institution, she will be officially interacting with you on a digital platform. I'm sure a few of you might have also met her in college during admission process. I'll request Veena ma'am on behalf of the organizing committee of the induction program to share a few thoughts, a few words, and also inform the students about our institution and guide them for the journey ahead. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Prasad. Warm welcome to one and all. You all are there to guide all our students. I'm so happy for the way induction program is planned, and our IQAC team and all other teachers team also is taking great efforts for the planning of induction program as per UGC norms. We are very happy to welcome our new students who have just entered in this academic year 21-22. गौरव सर जितना अच्छा हिंदी तो मैं नहीं बोल सकती हूँ, लेकिन बहुत बहुत खुशी होती है कि हमारे नए नए जो बच्चे आए हैं कॉलेज में FY BA और BCom की, उनका स्वागत करते हुए. Right now we are in the college. I'm there with our Vice Principal, Dr. Satyavan, also Dr. Hemali. We all are very happy. Our teachers are also there because today we scheduled degree distribution program, and so our few teachers are also there in college. So students, we all can experience that lockdown period was there. Lockdown period now is becoming a little bit flexible also. We have continued from the lockdown period, whether it is online teaching, whether activities, workshops, certificate course, new innovative ideas, everything. We are working on that. Our teachers team is working on that. I'm very proud to say that I'm alumni of this college, and I'm very happy to add that I'm a student of arts faculty, humanities, and from 1981 to 1986 as a student, I have experienced the whole culture, the whole what do you say, the whole Somaiya Vidya Vihar, I must say, not only our own college, because now you are also a part of Somaiya Vidya Vihar, and also, of course, a part of our KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce family. So as in charge principal, I welcome all of you students in this new academic year. And there are teachers, there are your deans, vice principals, senior teachers, head of the departments, all colleagues, non-teaching staff. On behalf of everybody, I welcome you. On behalf of management, as Gaurav sir and Prasad sir rightly stated, that this campus is flourishing campus. And if you come on the campus, when we will meet offline, you will see that there are so many opportunities in the campus to grow, to develop ourselves. And I'm very happy that you have taken admission in our college, and it's our responsibility that we will be with you always, whether offline or online mode. We are all with you. We are meeting on digital platform, but still I think our whole campus is awaiting to welcome you. Our college is waiting to welcome you. जो कहते हैं ना कि बच्चों का चेकना और महकना जब तक कॉलेज में होता नहीं है, तब तक उस कॉलेज की जान नहीं आती है. तो हम वेट कर रहे हैं. We are waiting for all of you. आम्ही तुमची वाट बघतोय की कधी तुम्ही याल. And then so many activities, so many forums, so many different clubs and other opportunities to develop yourself. ऐसी एक ना एक बात है जिसमें अगर आप एंटर करोगे तो कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ आगे बढ़ने के लिए है. I think humanities and arts faculty is very important in this period of Corona pandemic, as sensitively social अप्रोच या फिर लिटरेचर का अप्रोच हो, लैंग्वेजेस का अप्रोच हो, पॉलिटिकल साइंस का अप्रोच हो, हर तरह से साइकोलॉजी, सो मेनी प्रॉब्लम्स आसपास जो चल रहे हैं, उनको किस तरह से जीना है, तो जीने का मकसद क्या है, what is the aim of our life and how we should go and develop ourselves as a human being. तो ये सारे में हमारी जो आर्ट्स फैकल्टी है बहुत मदद करती है. Once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As you rightly said, perhaps we have realized the importance of humanities and social sciences faculties as a result of the COVID pandemic. Arts, या जिसको ह्यूमैनिटीज या सोशल साइंसेस भी कहा जा सकता है, उसका महत्व जो है, जो उस प्रोसेस या प्रणाली से गए हुए लोग हैं वो तो परिचित थे ही, वो वाकिफ थे ही, बट पैंडेमिक के कारण मानवता इन मूल्यों का क्या महत्व है वो सभी दुनिया को परिचित हुआ है. Thank you for guiding us as always, and thank you for being such a human face of this institution, always approachable for all doubt clearances as well as difficulties. Now I'll request Dr. Satyavan Hanegave sir, Vice Principal of our college, to speak with the students and interact with them and inform them about the different aspects of college administration, the rules which are there, and along with that, the discipline which the college expects its students to follow. Satyavan sir, over to you.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you so much for allowing me to interact with my new students. Yeah, good evening. I think it's near to the evening. I don't know whether I have to say good afternoon or good evening, but whatever, it's near to the evening. So good evening to everyone, respected deans, respected principal madam, all dear teachers, and all my dear students, those who have joined on this platform, this virtual platform to interact with. So this induction program, which we have organized as per the guidelines issued by University Grants Commission, and it is one of the essential element to begin our new journey as a graduate students. Dear students, this is Dr. Satyavan Hanegave, the head Department of English and Vice Principal, KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. I'm very privileged to have a talk with you and to introduce you to the various rules and regulations that which we are supposed to follow. Before we go for that, the rest academic matter, Dr. Himali Sangvi will deal with it. So I'll just introduce you to the various rules that which we are supposed to follow. At the outset, I understand that we are all on virtual platform, though these rules, most of the rules are when you are coming to college campus as in an offline mode, and you need to follow them. And even when you are on a virtual mode also, you need to follow some rules and the guidelines. So let me introduce you to my college, that's our college, KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce, which is located in the Vidyanagar, Vidya Vihar, Mumbai. It is a locality which is situated on the central railway line of the Mumbai region. And it is one of the most beautiful, sprawling, green, and a fresh, kind of a locality in the heart of the central suburbans of Mumbai. Guys, this college was first established in the year 1959 under the visionary founder or late founder Padma Bhushan, late Pujya Shri Karamshi Bhai Jethabhai Somaiya. And it is his guiding principles, his path-breaking ethos and traditions have laid down the foundation of KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. And I'm very proud to inform you that we are the pioneer institutions of the Somaiya Vidya Vihar campus. The entire Somaiya Vidya Vihar campus has sprouted from the KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. So therefore, I welcome all of you to this pioneer institute of the Somaiya Vidya Vihar, KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. And at the same time, I congratulate all of you to enrolling to this one of the elite institution of the Mumbai, Maharashtra, and even in India. As I said, we have a vision. Our vision is to empower a cross section of society through excellent education based on sound value system. I think the initial invocation in the Sanskrit that which actually gave us sample insight for all of you that how we value the value education, and our value starts with inculcating the linguistic skills, also life skills, humanity skills, and even the skills essential for the creativity. And this is with this vision, we have set up a mission. The mission is to impart a qualitative, valuable service in the field of education to all those who need it the most. Basically, the education starts with an yearning. It's an enthusiasm or inquisitiveness that a learner is having. So we are here to quench your inquisitiveness and to attain a community and social development through education. So this is our aim, to develop your overall personality. It's not just giving you a curricular education. Besides the curricular education, we also have planned co-curricular and extracurricular activities and some hordes of diploma as well as certificate courses which you all can enroll. And my friend, respected Dean, will give you a highlight about what kind of diploma courses and certificate courses which we have designed for all of you, so that you have an additional feathers before you start flying out into the career world. So this is a very important part of you to understand. So besides this, I think, as I mentioned in the beginning, that this college was established in the year 1959, and we have been recognized as the linguistic minority institution. We are permanently affiliated to the University of Mumbai. We are also recognized under the UGC Act 1959 under the section 2F and 12B. So we are the part of this, the campus consists of all kinds of professional institutions, the institutions catering to the conventional degrees, also technical degrees, and even the professional and management degrees. So we are part of that entire campus. Actually, just to give you a glimpses of the various milestones that which we have achieved right from the inception of the institution. The list will go on long, but just I wanted to give you a few glimpses of the institution that which you are going to study as one of the most recognized, well-known and established institutions, not only here in the Mumbai region, but also in Maharashtra and also in overall India. We have been recognized as an A graded institution with 3.27 CGPA in the year 2010, 3.33 CGPA in the year 2016, and we have been recognized as an institute with a potential for excellence in the year 2016 to 2021. And also we have been permanently affiliated with the University of Mumbai as well as University Grants Commission. The various magazines, whether it is India Today or EduWorld or other educational magazines, they have placed us one of the topmost institutions of India and the topmost institutions of Mumbai in arts as well as in the commerce sections. So we are very proud to introduce you to this new milestones. To give you a brief admission rules, though you're all admitted to the first year program, but let me tell you that our admission rule starts with very strictly with a merit basis through a website as per the guidelines issued by the University of Mumbai. Though we are autonomous, we have been granted a liberty to design our own courses, our own curriculum or extracurricular activities, but the admission rules we are followed as per the University of Mumbai, and then subsequent guidelines and instructions issued by the government of Maharashtra, whether it is an admission of a MA program, BA program, DCOM program, or for that matter, it's an admission to the PhD or any other courses here in the KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce, strictly based on the merit. Okay, and after having that small glimpses towards those admission rules, let me introduce you to the organizational structure of the KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. The college is a part of Somaiya Vidya Vihar, and Somaiya Vidya Vihar management is an apex body, and followed by the principal authority of the college is the principal, followed by vice principal, and then you have the heads of the departments, the various departments in the Somaiya Arts and Commerce. So each head is having their own programs. Maybe you can say a BA program in history, BA program in English, or BA program in psychology, or various other subjects. We have 18 departments, and these 18 departments are catering to the various kinds of education to the new kind of a learner. I mentioned this today's ultra modern learner, and it is followed by the teaching staff. Okay, then if you come to the non-teaching category, the head of the non-teaching category is the registrar, followed by class 3 employees, class 4 employees. So this is a small structure, but this entire structure is not completely autonomous in its own, though it is an autonomous, but it is affiliated to the University of Mumbai. So whatever the rules, regulations, norms are issued by University of Mumbai are directly applicable to us. Also, the instructions issued by the government of Maharashtra through University of Mumbai, or the any circular passed by UGC, NAC, or MHRD is applicable to us through the government of Maharashtra and University of Mumbai. So that is how these are some of the stakeholders, those who have contributed to this organization called KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce. Now, let us have a small, small understanding about the discipline that you need to follow. Once you join as an offline, learner, now we are all hooked up to this online learning platform. But once we go for an offline one, you should understand that college is a community. And when I mention the word community, here people come together to live, in the sense to learn together. Therefore, it is a responsibility of each individual to have a consideration and regards to the rights of the others. Though we have an authorities like principal, vice principal, deans, heads of the department to look after all these discipline related matters and whatever the problems that arises on the breach of these college rules. We are committed to create a harmonious atmosphere within the campus as well as within the college building, and therefore we expect that the learner must respect these rules without any kind of failure on anybody's part. So regarding the attendance, we are very strict. So you have to complete your 75% of essential requirement for the completion of your degree program. So in order to appear for your any examination, be it an internal examination or an external examination, you must have to have 75% of a minimum attendance in all throughout all the conducted lectures, be it an online or offline. Let me make one note point over here that any learner whosoever is facing any kinds of problems in terms of accessing any say online teaching or online materials, you directly can reach college. College will provide you whatever the facilities are required for you. But our main aim is not a single learner must be devoid of any kind of opportunities that which we have created to cater to them. So therefore, please make sure that you don't miss any single lecture. Regarding ragging, okay, once you join as an offline student, none of the student, whether you are a senior student or a junior student or a fellow student, is not allowed to rag any other students. It is strictly forbidden by law, and this is, as per the Maharashtra Prohibition on Ragging Act 1999. So ragging is completely banned in the education institution, or anybody directly, indirectly, if he tries to commit it or participate it or abets it or tries to propagate it, okay, in any part of, whether in the institution or outside the institution, will be punishable as per the existing rules of the ragging. So such students, if convicted, will not be allowed to pursue their further education. We have an active ragging cell which look after to all these problems. Now, what should be your behavior in the college and on the campus? Remember one thing, you should always be a very cooperative, considerate, humble. You all agree with me that Vidya Vinayana Shobhate, any learning, that comes with a humbleness. And humbleness should not be just part of your personality, but it should be an inbuilt in you, because humbleness will always yield into creation of say a right persona in the future. Therefore, I appeal to all of you, remain humble whenever any authority, whether in the institution or outside the institution, is asking you or asking you to present before them. So never be hesitant. So remain always be present before them. And also, you are not supposed to endanger any kinds of safety for the members of the college, either by tampering with the firefighting equipments, alarm system, electrical gadgets, or any physical instruments or facilities which has been provided to you in the college building and in the college campus. So you have to keep yourself always as a cooperative student in maintaining the building as well as the campus in a clean, hygienic, and tidy every time. Any kind of an action that violates all these rules will be dealt very strictly. You must carry your ID cards without fail. Okay, otherwise your entry in the campus will not be allowed at any cost. So any kinds of excuses of the loss of ID card or anything must be immediately reported. If you do not report your loss of ID cards, so the onus will lie on you. So therefore, you won't be allowed to enter inside the campus. Besides, you will also be able to wear the ID cards. You should be able to wear the ID cards always in the whenever you are in the campus. So you must be able to produce it whenever any authority, be it a class 3 authority, be it in any class 4 authority, or any registrar or any teacher or anybody, or even a security guard at the gate. You should be able to produce the ID card without any failure. That is the very important for all of you to maintain these rules and regulations, because this is very much expected for you to have in-depth understanding about the entire system. So there is one more, it's very important for all of you, that you have to keep on looking into the notices. Okay, these notice boards are very important for you for all your regular lectures, your regular announcements, or any kinds of warnings, instructions, or any kinds of circulars are always displayed on the notice board. Besides that, we also have made a practice to display all notices on the college website. So you should also keep an eye on the college website for any kinds of information required for your day-to-day learning. So see, this is very important for all of us to understand that a communication is a very important aspect. If you change your phone number, if you change your communication address, or if you change any kinds of a communication information, please inform it to the college. The college will not be responsible if you change the communication, instruments, or the addresses, or so on and so forth. So if you keep changing it, so you have to bring it into the notice of the college without fail. So please keep in that. You can approach either the teacher or anybody, your mentor of the respective class, okay, or the college office to address you if you have any kind of these problems. And besides, if you are coming in as an offline student, you have to play only in those grounds which are allocated to you, and with proper kinds of shoes and everything. You're not supposed to play anywhere other than the grounds which are designated for your playing. Any kinds of indecent dressing, display of unsocial fashion is strictly prohibited. Any misbehavior on the part of a student may land you up in a trouble. So please be careful about that. If you have any kinds of grievances of any nature, be it against a teacher, be it against any student, be it against with any staff, or be it against with your friends, so please bring it into the notice of the proper authorities, so that your grievances will be addressed at a time whenever it is demanded. So, and also you're not supposed to carry any kinds of valuable gadgets, ornaments, equipments, be it a mobile handset or laptops. Okay, those things you can carry it with your own risk. College is not liable for any kinds of loss or damage on account of any reason. College will not be held responsible. That is your own risk. So please keep in your mind that whenever you are in the campus, or whenever you are in the lobby or in a classroom, you're not supposed to put your mobile handset on unless it is demanded. So therefore, you have to be careful in use of these all instruments. Besides all of that, it is very important for you all that being the stakeholder, an important stakeholder of this institution, your feedback from time to time and from various aspects is very essential. There is an independent feedback committee which has been entrusted the job of taking your feedback. Remember, your feedback is a very important instrument for us to create a constructive and creative atmosphere, not only for your learning, but also for teaching and fostering all kinds of talents that you all have. Therefore, never forget to have a constructive feedback on infrastructure facilities, on teachers' teaching and pedagogies used by a teacher. You can interact with the teachers regarding if any kinds of issues that if you face, and you can talk to them. You have to give feedback on examination, give feedback on curriculum, give feedback on outcomes of the course or on outcome of the program at the end of all 3 years. And besides that, all curricular activities, co-curricular activities, or any kinds of extracurricular activities, workshops, cultural functions, seminars, conferences, all will end with your feedback. Remember, without your feedback, no activity in the college is complete. Your feedback is a very essential part of our commitment towards the quality. So therefore, you are the co-purchaser, you are the shareholder in the quality enhancement vision of the college. So therefore, it is very important for all of you to give the feedback from time to time. Also, you should be able to give a feedback on the administration, campus facilities, cleanliness and hygiene. And whenever any kind of a feedback is demanded from you, please don't resist and refrain yourself. So please give the feedback without any failure at any time. So very important part of your learning process. We have an active anti-sexual harassment cell. Okay, so this cell has been enacted as per the guidelines issued by the University Grants Commission, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, the various judgment passed by the Supreme Court, the anti-sexual harassment cell is established in the KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce, Vidyavihar, Mumbai. This is to provide a healthy, a congenial atmosphere for the staff, students, and everybody whosoever enters in the campus and the college. Though all the details of this anti-sexual harassment cell will be covered in the WDC, that is Women's Development Cell, but still I just wanted to give you a few glimpses of it. This cell is interested the job of to sensitize the students, to make the students to feel that they're safe and no discrimination on account of gender or any kind of a biased attitude on maybe because of the sexes is allowed. And such awareness programs, sensitive programs, campaigns are supposed to be carried out by this cell. Therefore, though this act clearly defines what is sexual harassment, whatever the kind of, I think these are some of the definition lines which have been envisaged in the act of this. So we all follow the guidelines issued under the Supreme Court's guidelines. Therefore, any kinds of an action, whether it is kind of a cute teasing, unsavory remarks, to joke causing, up to even any kinds of action which actually questions the chastity as well as integrity, and then the womanhood of any lady or a girl is taken very seriously. And this cell look after any kinds of problems faced by the students. The student must bring any kinds of problems they face on account of a gender biasness to the cell, and cell will take care of your any problems. And we are very serious and very committed towards creating unbiased kind of an atmosphere in the college. I'm very I must tell you that we have not come across any kinds of issues as of now, and we have been always very sensitive towards these cases, and no such incidents have come to the light, because we value the coexistence, and this is a very important, and coexistence is a law of the nature. Going with the various scholarships that which you have and you can avail through whatever the scholarships that the government of Maharashtra is giving it to us, or scholarships that the central government, that is the government of India, is giving to us. And there are some endowment or scholarships from Somaiya Vidyavihar also. We give the scholarship on account of various reasons, like maybe fee waiver for SC/ST students, post-matric scholarship to SBC students in Maharashtra, tuition fees and examination fees scholarship to OBC students, government Vidyaniketan scholarships, Punjab Rao Deshmukh Vasti Gruha Nirvaha Bhatta Yojana, Jawaharlal Nehru University Scheme, Eklavya scholarships, merit scholarships for economically backward class student, Rajashri Chhatrapati Shahu Maharaj Shikshan Shulk Shishya-Vritti Yojana, post-matric tuition fee and examination fee, a free ship for all scholarships. Besides that, the Somaiya Vidyavihar has started a scholarships to those students, those who have lost their parents in the COVID-19. You can enroll in the college office and seek all the exemptions of a fees and any kind of support if you have lost, unfortunately, if you are lost any parents in the COVID-19. So any kinds of assistance regarding the scholarships, you can reach college office and find out all the details about it. Also, I just have to give you the idea that college working hours, all the working days except public holidays, office timing will be 9 a.m. to the 12:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on all working days. Office will work partially on all the Saturdays. Your college timings will be as per your timetable, but if you ask me, the time will be 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and the prayer will start at 6:50 a.m. in the morning before your 7 o'clock lecture begins on the offline mode. But as of now, we are all following the virtual timetable. So please, follow virtual timetable. And these timings will be once you join offline to the college. For any assistance, for any kind of a help that you reach, you should reach first to your class mentor, your subject teacher, or head of the department, or Dean Academic Affairs, or Dean Research and Extensions, or you can also reach Vice Principal, Principal. Either you can write an email, you can send a text message through your respective Telegram group or WhatsApp group. And please join all the Telegram group created for your facilitation. And from that Telegram group, you can form your own WhatsApp groups of your divisions or your subjects, whatever that you think that befits to your this virtual education, and to make your virtual education more easier, quiet, and happier. Then next is, of course, your learning. So I have to make you I have to make you feel that, okay, you're not coming to any kinds of an institution which is enclaving or which is restricting your creativity. But here, these rules and regulations and terms are very much essential, especially when we are living within a community, or when we are coordinating and we are working as a team, and especially when we have the shares within that community. So it is very essential for all of us. And remember, these rules are just for a caution purpose, and I hope we are all being built up in such a way that these rules are they can never ever be can remain in question for anybody else. Anyway, thank you so much for allowing me to speak on this, and I wish all my new students for your happy learning. I'm sure whatever the vision and the dream that you are carrying, and we are here to shape your dream, enrich your dream, and whatever the essential support, help is required to scale the success of your pinnacle at any time. We all teachers are always there for you. So guys, happy learning. Thank you so much, and over to Dr. Gaurav Gadgil.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words and a quick run through essentially of all the important rules, regulations, and guidelines which are there, on the basis of which our institution has been running and will continue to run in the future. Thank you once again on behalf of the organizing committee. Now I'll request the head of Department of History and the Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Himali Sanghvi, to present about our college, its numerous activities, and the academic program as well. Dr. Himali Sanghvi has been the Dean of Academic Affairs, and I'm sure again a few students who must have been to the college for any admission related work might have met Satyavan sir, Himali ma'am, or Atish sir for the purposes. Over to you, Himali ma'am. In case you have any difficulty in the presentation due to network disruptions, please do let me know.
Yes, thank you, Gaurav sir. First of all, am I audible and visible? Screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible and
okay, thank you. First of all, I welcome all of you. It's wonderful to see all of you, that you have kept your spirit to learn and continue your learning process. All of you have passed 12th examination, and now you have joined degree college. This is a turning point in your life. Now, the rest of the 3 years you are going to spend with the KJ Samar College of Arts and Commerce, one of the most interesting and impressive institutions. Already, Dr. Satyavan sir has mentioned you about the college and how the institution has started and all that. So this is something, I'm just welcoming all of you and congratulate and appreciate your spirit that you continue with the education. I must say, being an art student is a privileged thing, because you're the student who have a choice, who can choose your subject. For example, in like BCom course, you have to take up a subject which is already decided, and all the subjects are most of the time compulsory. But you're fortunate that you would get opportunity, and we would take, talk about it, how you can make best of this opportunity. As just mentioned by Satyavan sir, we are the college with an A grade, and we have been, given college with potential for excellence, which very few colleges in Mumbai as well as in India has, have honor that we have got it. And as you enroll for BA course, we have, various languages like Sanskrit and Gujarati, along with, English, Hindi, Marathi. We also, have a series on package of social sciences, which I would be, showing in the next slide. And as I, would also like to share with you that we have, you can see it, that myself, Dr. Gaurav Gadgil, Principal Ma'am, Dr. Veena Sanekar, Satyavan Sir, Dr. Satyavan Hanegave, all of us are, have done PhD, and we have been doing research, and, we have all, well-qualified staff to, teach you. Then, of course, we are going to have, online lectures for some time, till further instructions come. Till that time, you would be having online education, but after that, you would really get opportunity to come to this spacious and, beautiful college and campus. In fact, we are in college, and just now we are finished with the 2019-20 batch convocation, and it was a wonderful, to have a photo session, and, toppers, having a photo, figuring them and completing their education degree. Just down the line 2 years, you would also, be entering into convocation and degree distribution ceremony. You would be, getting your BA degree. So, just start with that dream and go ahead with that dream. And we are here to facilitate, to, bring your dream, in reality. As just mentioned to you, that we are one of the top ranking institutes at Mumbai level, Maharashtra level, and not just Mumbai, Maharashtra level, but also all India level. And not just in arts as well as commerce, we have, ranking as a topper institute, and arts as well as commerce, stream. We are having also at campus level, as you know, it's a beautiful campus with 39 institutions, more than 28,000 students, and now you are being one of that per student. It's a privilege to become, Somayite, and it's also, honor for all of us that you have opted for Somaiya College out of, hundreds of other institutions, and we are going to, help you in your learning process in the best possible way. Now, as you know, you have enrolled for BA course. Some of you may be, thinking, okay, I'm doing BA with psychology. Some of you may be thinking I'm doing BA with economics, whatever, subject you are thinking. Let me make it very clear. When you say BA with psychology, economics, or any subject, it would, take place at the TY level. At first year level, you would be studying 6 subjects. One subject that is compulsory level you would have, that is communication skills, which all of you have taken it when you have opted for your admission form. Then the second subject that you have taken, maybe, either Sanskrit or Marathi. Thus, you have to take up any one of them. If you face any difficulty, please talk to, Marathi or Sanskrit teacher. They would definitely help you and guide out. Already, we have, I have kept, students waiting, some of the students who are having difficulties, so we would be guiding them. So that is the 2 subjects you have. Then the third subject you have, foundation course. Now, let me tell you, our college also offers options for foundation course, which you have not got it so far, but you may get it later, maybe NCC, maybe, foreign languages. You would be updated about it, later. Now, let me tell you, I hope all of you have joined, Telegram group. In case if you have not joined, please go and visit KJ Somaiya College of Arts and Commerce website, where, it is the details of Telegram group and link are posted. And then, you would be getting link of, subject-wise student groups in that, Telegram group. For example, like I'm head of the Department of History, and my colleague, Dr. Gaurav Gadgil, who is the coordinating of this session. So we are 2 people in the department, and our history link would be soon posted in the group. Or maybe, every subject would be posting the group link in the, Telegram group, and you have to join whatever subjects you are opted for. Now, out of, this 5 languages and 6 social sciences, either you must have taken 2 languages or you must have taken 2 social sciences. So either 2 social science, 1 language, or 2 language, 1 social science. And out of this 3 subjects, you can do your specialization. These subjects are referred as ancillary subject, and the remaining subjects are compulsory subjects, which you may not have it in the second year. Okay, that's the basic format that you have. And as per your interest and as per your career planning, you will take up a subject at a TY level. You can take one subject or two subjects. For example, out of the 11 subjects mentioned on the slide, you can, except for philosophy, all the subjects, 6 papers subjects are available. So this is something, your basic program which you have joined. Then, after doing BA or BCom, what are the career options that the college offers? So we have MA, Master of Arts course, and I must tell you, you are privileged and very honored, because this is the third year, of our master's courses. And in fact, this year, I must appreciate and thank all of you that we have got permission to increase our seats for all the courses, because we have got so much of demand. For example, like if all those students who had taken A division, for example, sociology and economics, they must have got their roll number. I'm in the college and we are working for the B division work, and it would be soon visible in your my account. So MA, you can opt for English, Marathi, psychology, history, sociology, and philosophy. If you are done BA in this subject, in case of psychology, you have to do BA, then only you can go for MA. But for the remaining other subjects, even if you're done, BA with other subjects, you can opt for those MA courses. We also offer PhD in Gujarati as well as Hindi, and we are planning to expand, or we are planning to start some more research centers within a short time, maybe by the time you finish your BA or MA. So that's something, these are the courses that you would be getting in our college, and maybe your future plan, you can work on it. In fact, we have arranged career planning session on 29th September, which you can join. Maybe link and details would be shared on the Telegram group soon. Under we are an autonomous college, and under autonomy we have designed our own syllabus. And so we have designed and experimented with new papers, new innovations, new subjects. As you go for the lectures, you would be updated about this. And in fact, depending on the need, for example, if there is some new subject coming up, there are new developments that are coming up, all the departments have updated their subject. We just now, Satyavan sir has also mentioned that we take every feedback. In fact, in this session also feedback will be taken. And today only, we have finished with the convocation function where we took the feedback, physical feedback from all the students. Now, just now, Dr. Satyavan sir, Vice Principal, mentioned that we have, also planned, the series of courses which you can opt as an optional. These are the optional courses. If you are interested, if you want to go for it, go for it. So these are some of the courses like research methodology courses, psychological studies, article hacking, whatever subject you are interested in, you can take it up. And the details and the, how to go for it, how to enroll for it, that would be soon put up on the college website as well as on your Telegram or WhatsApp group. We also, are planning to have, some diploma courses like English proficiency, diploma in translation. So you can see these are the skill-based courses. You would be ready to face the employment market, and also we are also, here to arrange for that. So what we are doing it, we are also facilitating teaching methodology where you can really excel in different subjects and different background. We are organizing so many programs like guest lectures and workshops, seminars and discussion forums, drama, street plays, film shows. This is just a kind of a trailer. Lot of many things are there, which you would be getting it would be a real enjoyable process. You would have a great time. And let me tell you, with even online, there are a lot of other things we are making. Our students are making videos which are being uploaded in YouTube. In fact, this session also would be recording, would be available in case those students are not able to join due to some technical or other reasons. So those are the your teaching methodology. Apart from that, in case you are planning to go for further education with the foreign universities, we are here to help you out. Our campus has MOUs with international universities, and you can also opt for student exchange program. 2 of our students have already completed student exchange program, under which student completed some of the semesters, 3 semesters from our college and 1 semester from outside India. And that's something, for example, if you get a fusion, you want to, stay in India, or you want to spend some time in foreign university, but at the same time, you want to be, connected with the country. So this is, opportunity which would be available. All of you must have got, Samaya ID or Samaya email ID. Please do make use of it. There you would be getting, updates related to international relations. Already, some interesting, updates are already, posted on the Samaya email. So some of the international linkages that we have, you can have a look at it, some of the universities which we would be having. And you also thinking, okay, you may not want to go for, further studies and you want to go looking for the job. So we are also here to, arrange for the placement, recruitment, and every year we have a different placement cell where the details of which would be shared in the different session. So you can, apply for it. You can also apply for internships, which also, would be updated on website or WhatsApp groups or Telegram groups. So please, keep yourself connected and, make best use of it. We are here to facilitate your best, your best skills, and you would definitely, come out with a, with a beautiful features, and with degree and satisfaction. Thank you very much. All the best, and thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Over to Gaurav sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for shedding light on important aspects of our college, the teaching methodologies, the different courses, the subject combinations which are available to the students in the graduating years and also in the postgraduate years eventually. In fact, there are so many things to learn about the institution. And in the physical mode, it becomes easier. But in the digital mode, though there are challenges, as ma'am spoke about, we are still trying to overcome those challenges. One of those challenges is also technical aspects. As you can see, there's a power failure, but still the desire to learn, the desire to teach is something which is the undying spirit of the institution. The next presentation that is there is of an extremely important nature. मैं सभी स्टूडेंट्स से दरख्वास्त करूंगा कि वो इसके बारे में पूरे ध्यान से सुने. It is about the examination system and the examination pattern. Examination plays an important role in the educational journey of every student. So I'll request Dr. Mrunal Bhatt from the examination committee to make a presentation on the examination system, the examination rules, and the way the process functions in our college. Over to you, Mrunal ma'am. I'll request you to unmute yourselves and start with your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have heard Dr. Prasad Bhide from the Department of Sanskrit. We have heard our head of the Department of Marathi as a principal, Dr. Veena Sahnekar, head of the Department of English, Dr. Satyavan Hanegave, who is as a vice principal, Dr. Hemali Sangvi, head of the Department of History as a dean, and now as the head of the Department of Sanskrit, myself, Dr. Mrunal Bhatt. I'm speaking as a member of examination committee. Our examination committee comprises of Mr. Rajesh K, Dr. Dilip Parsapure, Dr. Rohini, Dr. Sangeeta, and Shashank Nikku, and Dr. Abhijit Deshpande. So with these members, on behalf of this committee, I'm speaking to you about examination. Allow me to share the screen.
Yeah, ma'am, the screen share permission is there. You are the co-host, so you can start sharing the screen.
Okay. So am I visible on this thing?
Ma'am, your camera is off, but your voice is clear.
Oh, then.
If you want, should I share screen from my side and you can make a presentation? You can speak about it.
Yeah, better. It's better.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I hope the screen is visible to you.
Now it's visible.
Okay, so you just asked me to move on to the next slide once your presentation for the current slide is done.
Yes. So last 2 years, we have been on offline mode. So we have conducted the examination online. But we hope that sooner we will start the exams offline. So we'll come to the college. We are waiting for you. We are waiting to meet you. And then the examinations will be conducted by writing papers. So that mode I'm reading here. So here, before commencing that part of it, we have the subject combinations. So first is Hindi or Sanskrit. Second is economics or history or sociology. English or Gujarati or Marathi. Fourth is philosophy or political science or psychology. Fifth is Marathi compulsory or Sanskrit compulsory. The sixth one is FC. You may choose NCC, sports, or foreign languages. And the seventh one is communication skill. So in this way, the combinations are there during the examinations. Next slide. This is a 3-year integrated program spread across the semester with 75 and 25 marking scheme. So student evaluation will be in 2 forms. So which is of every subject. Students will be evaluated according to the internal evaluation 25 marks and semester and external evaluation of 75 marks. So 25 marks is internal evaluation and 75 marks is external evaluation, comprises of 100 marks. The next slide. So internal evaluation online, that is 25 marks, will be conducted by respective head of the departments, and instructions regarding internal evaluation will be given by the students by the respective subject teachers. And assessment can be in the form of assignments, presentations, or whatever. So in case any student is unable to attend the first internal test, only one additional chance will be given to them. Second is external evaluation, which comprises of 75 marks. It will be conducted at the semester end examination. It is only one additional chance will be given to the students only on medical grounds or on a technical issues during the online exam. So only one chance will be given to external evaluations. So any changing in the evaluation system, online or offline, will be informed after receiving the instructions from the university. In both the evaluations, delayed submissions will be treated as absent, and absent must be declared as fail in the specific subjects. So take those evaluations, internal or external, very seriously. Next slide. Student should score 40% marks in each subject. He or she should score 40% marks in both internal, that is minimum passing mark is 10 marks, and external minimum passing mark is 30 marks. So it will be evaluated separately and it will be declared as passed in that particular subject. Next slide. A failure case. So before that, here what the earlier slide was telling us was that internal, you have to pass internal marks, internal evaluation as well as external evaluation. So they are separately judged. So you have to pass in both the evaluations, internal as well as external. Then only you can pass in that particular subject. Okay. Now here, failure case. For example, considered here, so I'm giving you the example further. So if a student scores 7 marks in internal and 33 marks in external evaluations in FC subject, then he or she will be declared as fail in FC internal but pass in FC external evaluations. and will carry out 1 KT. Now, if a student scores 20 marks in internal and 20 marks in external examination, then he or she will pass in internal evaluation but fail in external evaluation and will carry 1 KT. So the minimum passing marks for external evaluation is 30 marks. So here the marks are 20, so he's failing in external evaluation. And if a student score 6 marks in internal and 21 marks in external examination in FC, then the student will fail in both internal as well as external examination and will carry 2 KTs. Next slide. So while seeking the admission the second year, if a student has more than 2 KTs in either first or second semester, he or she will not be permanent in the second year. So if he has more KTs, so either internal or external, so that will not be a passing criteria. So he has to go to SYBA. He has minimum 2 KTs, then only he will be admitted to SYBA. So if he has more than 2 KTs, he will not be admitted. And while seeking the admission in the third year, either first year or second year should be clear. So in that sense that he should not have cleared all the subjects, internal, external in first year, or all the subjects, internal, external of the second year. So either of the 1 year should be clear. And 2 KTs are there in any year is allowed. So he can be admitted in the third year. So in case a student is unable to give external examination due to medical reason, then he or she should submit the application seeking permission to appear for the external exam under medical ground. So if a student is unable to submit an application, then the parent should submit the application with original authentic medical certificate. And in case a student is unable to submit external examination due to technical reason, he should inform the exam cell on the very same day through the email. Then only these students are given the second chance to appear in the examination. Next slide. Yes. So this is an important instruction for a writer. So if a student is specially abled and is not able to write the paper, then necessary documents authenticated by the medical officers from the government hospital should be submitted along with the application letter. And submission of documents and application should be done well in advance in the exam cells. It means that if a person is handicapped, he cannot write, if he's blind or he's specially disabled, if he has a problem, then that on the medical ground, he will be provided a writer. He has to search for the writer himself, and then the writer will write the paper on his behalf. But this process requires in advance planning. So the very 1 or 2 days before the examination, you cannot not ask for the writers, but on these grounds. So you have to provide sufficient time for the exam cell to arrange for these arrangements. Next slide. Yes, so when you're receiving the mark sheet, then you have to see the following things. So a mark sheet with grades, it is necessary to check the following details, that the spelling mistakes in the name, photo on the mark sheet should be same, wrongly marked as absent, wrongly marked as failed, signature of the authorities at the bottom of the card if it is not there. So any of these things, if it is not there, then you should immediately report it to exam cell and rectify these mistakes. Because this is a 3 years program, which is of credit system, and all these credits are accumulated on your final mark sheets. So this is a CBSE grading system. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for listening to these instructions. So I thank our colleague, Dr. Gaurav Gadgil, to give me this opportunity to speak on the exam committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrunal ma'am, for informing the students about the various facets which are there of examination and the different rules which come in, because as the students will be moving from the first semester to the next, etc., there are different rules pertaining to KT, and right now, online mode, so numerous technical challenges. So in case of technical challenges, whom to contact if they cannot submit their test. So that has also been highlighted. So extremely thankful to you as well as the exam committee members for making this presentation. The final presentation which is lined up for today is again of an extremely important committee and an important part of every educational institution. Learning is not something which happens only in the classrooms. Learning, more importantly, takes place through a wonderful part of the institution, whether it's a school, a college, or a university. It's called as a library. So the last presentation which is scheduled for the day is of library. I'll request Mrs. Meera Venkatesh, Madam, Chairperson of the Library Committee, to provide all the participants and young students of ours insights into our library, its glorious collection, and how to access it. Over to you, Meera ma'am.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Gaurav. Is my voice audible and my PPT visible?
Yes, ma'am, to both your questions.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Gaurav. On behalf of the principal, vice principal, deans, my senior colleagues, my junior colleagues, and the Department of English, I extend a very, very warm welcome to all the students of FIBA for the new session. And I should begin first by congratulating you all on selecting our college to complete your education, especially your undergraduation. And we look forward to meeting you in person. And this pandemic, I hope that it ends soon and all of us are back to our new normal. And we're looking forward to meeting you. So on that note, I'd like to introduce you to a very important part of any educational institution, as Dr. Gaurav just pointed out. Our college will be incomplete without two things, without students and without the library. So it's very, very important that we focus on the library, and at an undergraduate level, it is the place where you explore many, many things. So you explore yourself in the college, but you explore your intellect in the library, and your capability to read much, to prepare for examinations, to prepare for your assignments, to discuss, to share, to be guided by other teachers and other students, to have access to much more knowledge than what you can gain probably in a classroom or by teaching through your notes or by your classroom lectures. Therefore, a library is one place which I always suggest is the best place to spend your college hours in. So our college library, I've just shown you a couple of photographs. This is an exhibition that we organized way back. This is the physical infrastructure which we are talking about. So let us also now get introduced to the salient features of our college. Now, one very interesting aspect is that the library of our college is the first founded library on the campus. And today it stands as the largest library on Somaiya Vidya Vihar campus. It's the oldest and the largest library in Somaiya Vidya Vihar campus. So you can imagine over the years, the kind of wealth that it has accumulated, and it's a storehouse of an immense wealth just waiting to be explored by you all. The physical infrastructure covers around almost 11,000 square feet, which is a very big space in terms of Mumbai, and it can accommodate 300 users at one given time. It's open to all of us from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the atmosphere in the library is an amazingly peaceful, a very, very academic, a very, very happening place, because it has got so many students there. And there is constant interaction happening there. There are constant activities happening there. So before we get to know the activities, I'll just introduce you to the other facilities and assets that we are also having over there. We have a huge repository. We have it in the form of the physical books as well as the digital version also. So the books in the library are almost, I think it's more than around 85 to 90,000 books that we have. We have periodicals, we have online journals, which we have subscribed for on behalf of the college. We have a huge database which has stored in many backdated volumes, many tapes, many digital content which are there, which can be accessed. Our librarian will be able to teach you how to access all of this. The computer terminals available for students are almost about 28 of them with internet access, of course, which you can, a password will be given to you, which you could access from the library. And of course, for the use of our students, we have a scanner, a printer, we have a barcode printer, we have a barcode reader. And let me also tell you that the library facilities are all now in the automated version. So you just have to go check out your book, whether it's available or not. Just ask for the book. It is brought to you at your counter, and you can simply get it accessed. The account is entered on your account number, and you can take the book. And then, of course, the normal ones like chairs and tables and cupboards are also there, which is the same. But what you should be paying attention to, my dear children, is you should be looking at the facilities that the library is offering in terms of books for home reading, for issuing for every day, and of course, the most important one that students pay attention to is the book bank. The book bank is a facility where we are providing the textbooks that are for the subjects that you have chosen, and the prescribed textbooks are allotted to the students, which they can use for 1 year, 1 academic year, and then return it at the stipulated time, which the librarian asks you to do. So that is a facility which is a very well used facility by our students. And then, of course, because of the thanks to the digital platform that the library is operating on, you can also borrow books which you could renew online, which you could book online, which you could take it for just 1 day and get it back tomorrow. You could also borrow books from other libraries on the campus. For example, you want something from management college, or you want something from the engineering college, or you want something from the education college, KJ Somaiya B.Ed college, or you want something else from the other libraries. There is an interlibrary loan facility is also available to you. And then, of course, you have the online search cards, which you could use. The card catalog is available to you. So luckily, the online version has helped a lot of other facilities also to be introduced, which was not there when we were not computerized. But the biggest asset, I would say, is an entire computerization of the library. And you can make good use of it because you're all users of the internet. You'll use it so well. So please do get your library access, your passwords to all these I would say the academic websites, and you could use them. Because why I'm talking about academic websites is Enlist and Inflibnet are these very two popular academic sites, which all of us, teachers, researchers, students, all of us use it very well, I would say. So that is something which is available for us students, and it gives an access to almost about 6,000 journals and 13,500 ebooks. Sorry, more than a lakh and 35,000 ebooks. So that is huge. One lifetime would not be enough to use all these things, but please start making use of these facilities. But at a local level, other than the digital platform, what we are also providing for our students is we have something which is very popular and well fought for kind of award, the Best Reader Award and the Scholars Card. So if you are a regular user of the library and you are also a good scorer in your academic records, you are given what is called as a Scholars Card. And the Best Readers Award is, of course, one who regularly visits and uses all the resources available over there. We have, as if you had been in the college today on the offline mode, we would have taken you to the library and we do orient you on how to use the library. All of us, teachers, the library staff, the librarian, all of us are there to guide you to use the library. And respective departments and department heads and teachers also take students to teach them how to use the library resources. For example, how do you use the encyclopedia there? Because encyclopedia are not given for students to be taken at home. So how do you use reference material? How do you use encyclopedia? So these are all things which the teachers teach you to use. There are book exhibitions, regular book exhibitions held by subject teachers, and you get access to see the books available in other areas of study other than yours, or probably even your own chosen subject that you have chosen. Then we have a lot of vocational training that comes up. And sometimes when students find it difficult to access via the internet, we do offer them some kind of training in terms of using it. All our library staff is available to you. So there are a variety of things to do in the library other than reading, but you also, the internet is open out for you regularly. And that is something which you should be exploring. But I would always suggest that students of humanities, more than anything available on the internet, I think it is the textbooks, the reference books, the encyclopedia, which is the best resource available. The second thing that I would also, we normally notice in the libraries, there are many students who prepare for a lot of competitive exams in terms of UPSC, MPSC, bank exams, the TET, the SET, the PET, the CA, CS exams. So many students they spend hours together over there. So that is also one place where you can start preparing for all your competitive entrance examinations. All right. And over and above that, if you really need help, we are all there to help you, as Dr. Hanegave, Dr. Hemali, all of them have been speaking to you. We are there to help you. The library staff is, of course, very well equipped, because you have our librarian who is there in all the working hours, and he is supported by 16-member support staff. And excuse me, please. Excuse me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we have the librarian. You can contact the librarian on this particular email ID, which I have shared with you. And of course, the library committee is headed by me, that's Meera Venkatesh, who I belong to the Department of English. But I am also supported by Dr. Anand Dwivedi from the Hindi department, and Srimati Sujata Shinde from the non-teaching staff. All right. So on that note, I would like to end the presentation, and I wish you good luck. I hope you enjoy your learning process here and emerge as brilliant scholars and have a brilliant career ahead of you. So on that note, I would like to end my presentation, and it's over to you, Dr. Gaurav.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. In fact, I'm sure the students are eagerly waiting for the library doors to open physically. But till that time, as you have rightly said, the digital library is already open. So students can make maximum use of the library services, as have been spoken of by Meera ma'am. This was the last presentation which was there in a lineup for today, informing about college, the different departments and associations. Now I'll request Ms. Ananya to take over for the vote of thanks. But before she does, just one small announcement towards the end, that this is the first day of the 1 week long induction session which has been initiated. Tomorrow again, we will be having another session on the induction program. The link for the induction program remains the same. So all are requested to kindly use the same link for joining the session tomorrow again. And the sessions are going to continue till the 4th of October, 2021. So I request all the students to attend all these sessions to know about the different departments, different associations and activities which are organized in our college. I'll request now Ms. Ananya Ghosh, my colleague, to take over the proceedings and propose the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope I am audible and visible to everyone.
Yes, Anand.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So before we culminate today's session of the induction program, I, Ananya Ghosh, would like to propose the vote of thanks. Firstly, I thank Dr. Veena Sanekar, our principal, for her constant support and motivation to conduct such programs under the auspices of this college. I thank Dr. Satyavan Hanegave, our Vice Principal, for his tireless efforts in guiding us and helping us organize this event. I also thank Dr. Prasad Bhide, Dr. Himali Sangvi, Dr. Mrunal Bhatt, and Mrs. Meera Venkatesh for speaking on today's occasion and guiding our students. My heartfelt thanks to the induction committee led by Mr. Sandeep Kulkarni and Mrs. Mamta Tendulkar and Dr. Gaurav Gadgil, today's co-host, for organizing and coordinating this event smoothly. I also thank all the teaching and non-teaching staff for their assistance and cooperation in conducting this event. Finally, I thank all of you students for your kind attention and patient listening. Thank you everyone for making the inaugural session of this induction program a huge success. Now I request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Please allow me to share my screen. It'll take a moment, and then please stand for the national anthem. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. I'll play the audio, and please stand
Yes.
and pay respect to the national anthem. All right, thank you everyone for joining us today. As Sir already mentioned, we have the next session of this induction program scheduled tomorrow using the same link. So please join us at the same time using this link. That is all for today. So I hope we see you in the next session. Thank you all for joining. Now you can leave the meeting. Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, Mamta, madam, I think we can end the session today and stop the recording.